Hello everyone, good morning again. Oh, the ducks are going crazy in the lake. Got some nice morning light today. I do have my coffee this morning. I already came and uncovered everything. Figured you guys don't want to be seeing the same things over and over again. So I uncovered the garden. Everything is fine. Everyone is looking good. I'm gonna sit at the lake for a minute. I just want to take this time to do a little recap on everything that we did here on this past few days. Plans changed while we were here. Some things didn't work out the way we wanted, but overall, I think that it was a pretty good successful time. We did get a lot done. We ended up making 5 beds last evening for sunset. We had a fire out here, and I did end up moving some soil and throwing lots of my wildflower seeds around. So I'm gonna show that to you guys now in the morning where I scattered the seeds in. I ended up using like all of my packages for the wildflower mixes and a few other things too, some of the poppies and other things. But again, I'll be super happy if at least 30% of these guys show up. So it was actually a very peaceful week. It's spring break here in New York. Well, we'll be seeing this after, but we're here on the week of spring break. My partner, my fiance Danny, he's a teacher, so he was off for the week, and I took some time off to come. Now, some neighbors came in and they're building a house right next to their property, so it's a little bit noisy. They already started working in early, but nothing compared to the noise we have to face every day in New York City, so not complaining. Just letting you guys know. In case you hear anything, we might not. So I will show all the garden to everyone now. Kid, I'll see how everything is looking before I come check on the garden again in a month. Oh man, it feels so nice here. I did not set up all the hoops yet. I really just have been covering the raised beds below here. I do have extra hoops that I want to put by the side of the house, but I was talking to Danny, we think it might be unnecessary, might take the risk there. I have everything, I just have to figure out if we're going to do that or not. We have a few things to do before we leave this morning. This is a long drive back home. It takes about 4 to 5 hours. So we need to leave early. We still have a lot of work to do inside the house too. So I'll try to be brief with this video. But I also have to water everything. I know you guys been watching me carry these jugs and water this garden for the past few days. I might not film that either, but I'm just letting you guys know that I'm gonna do that just right after I finish this little clip here. I will water all the garden in so they have a little bit of time to dry out a bit just right before I put the frost cloth on. I'm only going to put the frost cloth on just right before we leave. And I'd like to take this time to address some comments and questions that already came up with the first video that I posted. And lots of you, especially on Instagram, because I posted things in real time there, asked who is going to take care of this garden, how it's going to get watered, and what we're gonna do about wildlife management. To answer the questions, I should say no one's going to take care of the garden. Oh, better thing, nature is going to take care of this garden. This is going to be an experiment, and we're gonna have to rely on rainfall for watering. And then the question came to, if you rely on rainfall, why are you covering on the garden? Well, we're covering it with frost cloth. Frost cloth is permeable, so moisture can go in and out. Once it rains, some water can go through, but also protect in case it rains too much. And also here it gets super windy in the spring, so I think that covering them will protect them from the elements a bit, at least in these early stages of life. You know, this first month they might all get dehydrated and don't make it, I don't know, but we're gonna try. I think I feel better. I feel that we have a better chance if I cover at least the raised beds. I know the side of the house, I planted some cold hardy stuff and some like yarrow and feverfew, things that deer are usually not attracted to. I did put a straw flower in there. I have no idea if deer like straw flower or not, but it's out there. And I also threw a bunch of seeds in there, so that's why I didn't really want it to cover it. Even though I know the covering is good because it creates a little nice and moist environment, but I'm really thinking, is it gonna be better for the seeds to just get more moisture from the rain? Because even though it gets a little bit moist inside the hoop, I don't think you're gonna get as wet, and the soil surface won't get as wet as it would if the soil is just exposed. So it's been all these days and I could not decide. I will do it last minute right before we leave. I'm feeling like just probably leaving as is on the side of the house at least. I'm so excited for these snapdragons here. I have my best varieties growing here actually. The three that I was excited about the most. You know, if you haven't noticed with all this weather team thing, my favorite color is orange. So there's a lot of orange flowers around, and these snapdragons are mostly in the orange pink tone shade. I really hope they make it. If they don't, I'll try not to get upset because I know I have flowers from home to bring it over. but just watching them right here from here and seeing how pretty they look, I would love for them to just, you know, grow well and flourish. I actually keep talking too much, I keep forgetting to drink my coffee. Let me go show the garden to you guys right now while the morning light's nice. And then I'll film just a little quick clip before we leave, showing you how we're leaving everything prepped for the time that we're gone. Ah, look how nice they look. I'm in love with these little seedlings. And this guy's here looking really good too. This bed gets a little bit more sun than that one, so I wonder if it really makes a difference or not. Can't wait to come here and then hopefully show you guys all of these guys in full bloom, adding lots of color here at the lake shore. I really hope so. Try not to get disappointed if it doesn't work out. Alright, let's check the other garden. Here it is on this side. Looking well too. Some of these guys are still looking dehydrated even after all the water. Maybe I disturbed its roots or something, the yarrow, and it's not transplanting super well. But we'll see. We'll see if they will make it or not. There's also lots of seeds in here, as you guys saw me putting. Hopefully some of them will take over if a few of the seedlings don't make it. Look at this sun over here. The camera doesn't capture it as nice, but it's really pretty in the morning light. Rebecca garden, it's surprisingly doing good. They are looking pretty happy in there, even though they're sort of a little snuggled in these holes, but hopefully they will do well. Everyone here is also doing fine. Seems like someone did some digging around here overnight because there's some dirt over the seedlings, but looking good. We still gotta put all the, the shares back, the wheelbarrow back. There's all the cleaning up that we have to do before we leave. The snow here hasn't fully melted. I was really hoping that by the time we're leaving, the snow would be gone, but still a little bit in there. And here is the last raised bed, and the hoops that I was planning to put here. So everyone here looking amazing. The seedlings are the biggest seedlings, so they're looking gorgeous in this raised bed. I love it. Looking really good. And check this out. I decided to put the compost wood around here. Because this bed is kind of ugly, I put it, we don't really want to paint it. It's pretty old. I did a little layer of like Orlea and some white flowers in there, hopefully to grow a little bit and cover that side. And here I put some of the poppies that I got from Florette. So they're going to be gray poppies. I think it would look kind of nice here in the corner together with the white and the raised bed. We'll see. And then also I put make a little wildflower garden here. So I kind of started digging up these leaves, and I saw that underneath a lot of them had also some kind of soil or some decomposed material. So I put it in here over these other guys. I couldn't really rake this soil. It's really compact. It has a lot of little gravel in there. Can you guys see? So it's really hard. It used to be a driveway, this whole thing, so it's a little hard, but this all has a wild flower mix and a few other seeds scattered in. And here, what I did too, I raked some of the leaves from the driveway and I added all to this border here behind the rocks, because if I do want to make another garden bed there, want to come in Memorial Day with some heat-loving crops, I can just try to stretch it out a bag of topsoil or garden soil again and have them all planted here with this nice view in the background. Over here too, to this area, I kind of try my best to rake it. I could get some soil exposed, which is good, a lot better than I did with the flower bed up there by the front of the house. So this one has a native northeastern mix and some other seeds too from that collection that I showed to you guys in the very first video that I filmed in this house when we got here. So I emptied through a bunch of packages, so hopefully we'll see some stuff come here. And obviously you can see there's some grass or some things growing. There are already a few flowers that grow here, and I really hope they come back and grow well with the other ones. Look at this view, so pretty. I wish that raised bed was in a better condition, but it is what it is. I'm gonna check this one more time. The seedlings look super tiny in here. Only the straw flowers are looking a little bit big. So up there, probably obviously no change because I just threw a bunch of seeds in there. But I'll go up this way this time. There's some birds in there, in here. Just want to show you the full thing, the complete tour of everything that we did. So yes, here is my kind of, I want to say, failed experiment. I don't know, I'm not super hopeful about what's going to happen here. Let's see. I really like this rock over here. I wish I could take a garden bag right on top of here. But I did not have time to clear a lot of the brush, man. And we keep doing this, clearing all these little twigs and stuff. And it seems endless. It doesn't seem like we did anything. Even though we spend a lot of time cleaning, breaking, burning. It's important to leave some out too, so it's habitat for the insects that live here. That's a little super cool area behind here that we take walks. Look at that, I love the moss and the view. So it wraps around the house and we make it all the way to the other side. Here it's kind of wild. Nothing is really maintained, but we like it like this because we like to come for walks and look for mushrooms and some little flowers that pop up here in the spring and in the summer. And it's very great to watch the wildlife on this side. We've seen some otters, some beavers. They are more active on this little other side of the lake. So much activity, it's kind of cool. It's very fun to watch the birds, and I love when I can see otters and beavers. In the summer we see a bunch of turtles and too, but here's the view from this side here. Gotta keep this place wild too. We don't want to disturb it too much. We actually also still have to figure out where we're gonna put all these rocks before we leave. Here's an overall look at how the main space is looking right now. We obviously still have a lot of cleaning up to do, and I'm excited to see the transformation of this place with time. So we're mostly all packed inside, and it's time now to start getting the garden ready to go to leave. Our neighbors are doing some construction. As I mentioned, it's been going on the whole morning, so I'm sorry about the noise if it picks up in the video, but we really need to get going and do this now because we have a long drive ahead of us. I'm securing them with garden staples to make sure they also don't get blown away by the wind. Okay, first two raised beds are done. They will stay like this all the way until we come back. So this raised bed here just cover the whole thing. This is how it looks, all nice and secure. Decided to cover the whole raised bed with this one. Alright, we have to get going here, so I decided that I'm not going to cover this bed behind me. If the things that are in the raised beds already do well, will already be good enough for us. I'll just take back home all these extra hoops and the frost cloths in case the temperatures drop back home too. We never know, right? Say my dahlias are out or something and I need to protect them. This is it, guys. We're gonna leave, so this is how it looks right before we're leaving right now. Excuse the mess in the ground. I'm gonna clean this up real quick, but let's just like at the end, this one over here all together, and the other raised beds over here. That's it. Oh, you can see the other one from the top. We did not have time to do anything down here. Remember, the original plan was to actually do a wildflower garden on that little slope in there. That didn't happen, so we'll see what we can do in May. But that's it. This is how it's looking now. Hopefully they will look nice when we come back here for Memorial Day. All right, thank you so much, you guys, for following along and watching this whole journey with us. The next video that I'm going to post is going to be me checking our garden in New York City. Hopefully everything did well there with the heat that we had through this week, but I'll make sure to show you guys and update you on the seedlings too. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.